Alright, so I'm here with a Smackdown review. I guess we'll just get right into the review here. Um, you got Hogan coming out with Hart is I think it's actually his real life manager too. I think they were saying that Jimmy Hart that's his first name, right? Jimmy Hart. I think that's his real life manager. So comes out with Hart. He cuts a promo. I'm like, well, he'll probably not be. What is there to promote? I mean, he's probably not going to be promoting anything. Then he starts talking about Legends House, and I'm like, really? I was watching SmackDown expecting him to just come out and just cut a promo, a regular promo. You know, I wasn't thinking about anything like, oh, I didn't think he was gonna promote anything. I just thought, oh, he's just gonna come out, cut a regular promo. But no, he's back to promote Legends House. Really, Hulk? That's the only thing he brought him back for. Like a 5 minute fucking promo to promote Legends House. I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, they brought him back the first time to promote the network. Now they brought him back to promote Legends House. It's obviously not working either, because the network only has like 700 million subscribers. I mean, or 1,000 subscribers. I say only. I mean, that seems like a lot, but they're losing fucking money. So it's ridiculous what they're doing with Hogan, bringing him back just to promote a fucking show. Just a fucking waste of time. I mean, I was hoping they would come out. He would come out with like, and then somebody else would come out, like have a confrontation or something, like a promo with somebody else. I mean, what a great idea that would be. A basic idea. I mean, yeah, I just thought of that. That was so hard to think of. Now we're gonna bring him back to promote Legends House. What a fucking retarded idea. This made me very depressed. A very depressing start to the show here. I don't normally watch Smack. I watch it sometimes, but I'm like, oh, this is how the show fucking starts. And I'm like, it's already fucking mad, depressed by this start. Then we get Batista defeating Ziggler. A pretty good match here. It was sort of hardcore, I guess. I mean, there was some fighting on the outside. I mean, you had your basic PG, no disqualification moves with like chair shots to the back. Then you got, them wrestling. I liked how Cole got into the fight. It was like two people were on top of Cole. And JBL was yelling, "Hey, get up, Michael Cole, for idiot," or I don't remember what he was calling him, but I liked how Cole was, yelling at, or JBL was yelling at Cole. That was a funny moment there. But yeah, all in all, it's a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. So pretty mad that Batista won though. I mean, Ziggler even did a low blow, which is almost like a heel move, but I guess it's not, since Batista did it last week to him. But even with that, Ziggler still couldn't win. I mean, they just keep fucking burying this guy, and he has fucking talent. Then we get the Funkadactyls defeating Eva Marie and Nikki Bella. I guess Chimmel botched on the announcements. I didn't hear it though. I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I guess he botched on the announcement. I was following my Twitter, and a lot of people were talking about that. But we get Cameron. I wrote on here, Cameron was trying for like this cold breaker sort of move, like Jericho, just cold breaker. She was trying to do that, and she totally fucking just made it look like shit. I mean, Jericho does that move like 10 times better than her, and it was pretty much a botch. It was ridiculous. It's pretty clear Naomi's a better wrestler out of the two. The match and all was pretty bad. I was wondering, why is Summer Rae the guest referee? What 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 does she have? How is she involved in this storyline? I thought she was in a storyline with Layla and Fandango. Now she's just randomly guest referee for no reason. Usually when they do guest referees, they have a reason, but it's just no reason. I mean, come on. Like I talked about this earlier in my vid. Think of something basic. Just do a regular match. What's wrong with that? I mean, yeah, do something unique. You could do something unique, but make sure it's logical. This isn't fucking logical. The only good part about this was that Summer Rae looked pretty hot in the referee outfit, but it didn't make any sense. No sense at all. But match was pretty bad. There was some good technical wrestling for like the first minute or two, but overall just a boring match, and I didn't want to see this match. You know, four wrestlers who aren't that great. I mean, yeah, Naomi's pretty good, but I mean Cameron is clearly inferior to Naomi. Then we get Bo Dallas debuting. I like this character in NXT for the short period that I did watch him at NXT. I only watched it for like 2 months. But I did like some of his promos. You know, he was like this positive guy who was smiling and everything. But they bring him back, or they don't bring him back, but they debut him in WWE now. And it's still that sort of character, but it just seems worse. I mean, he talks about, oh, you have dreams, and now you could reach them. I mean, it just seems more gay and like retarded than his NXT character. I mean, they changed his theme to this weird ass, inspirational song, and it just seems too, gay to me. But the match was actually pretty good. Mostly thanks to Sin Cara, though, had some nice moves in there. It was fast paced, but the one question I have is Bo Dallas a heel or a face? I mean, you should know if somebody's a heel or a face. I mean, the divas, half the fucking divas, I should say all the divas pretty much. You don't even know if they're heel or faces. I mean, is Eva Maria heel or face? I don't fucking know. But is Bo Dallas a heel or face? I don't know after seeing this. I mean, he wins the match, and I think he's supposed to be a heel because that's what he was on NXT. Then after the match, he shakes Sin Cara's hand, and then he starts jumping around and running around the ring, and like oh, it's a victory lap. I'm like, really? I mean, it just looks weird to see some guy, and they play it in slow motion, and you could like see his belly just, wiggling around, and it's just not a good character. I mean, the lack of good characters and gimmicks in WWE is definitely down. I mean, with the debut of people like the Matadores and Fandango, and now Bo Dallas, who's not seeming like a good gimmick. The only thing that could save Bo Dallas is his gimmick, because he doesn't have that great of wrestling skills. Then we get Bray Wyatt coming out and cutting a promo. Good promo here. I mean, I really love Bray Wyatt's character. He's like anti-establishment character, talking against Cena. And it's like, I can relate to this, like with the government and everything they do. So that's why I like this character so much. Because whenever he talks, I think of like the government, like he was telling the establishment, or WWE was talking about how WWE is just so, oppressive and bad, and then Cena comes in and is like, acts like your savior and wants, I don't think he was saying how WWE was bad, but he's like, Cena is your savior and he wants you to worship him and like him. And that's the same thing the government does. They act like the good guy. They want you to worship them and hate him. Or they want you to worship them and like them. But in reality, they're bad. Same thing with Cena. He wants you to like him. But in reality, he's bad. So that's why I like Bray Wyatt in this promo so much. Yeah, this was another good promo. Then we get Sheamus and Del Rio. It's like, remember that feud they had? Like 6-month feud. It was from the day after WrestleMania in 2011 or 12 maybe 2012. I think it lasted all the way to SummerSlam, like 6 months. Ugh, very boring feud too. Very fucking boring feud. And then they have a match here, ends in disqualification. Pretty bad match here. Cesaro interfering to end the match. The one thing I did find funny though was Cesaro neutralizes Sheamus, and then he shakes his hand. I thought that was pretty funny there. But yeah, this was a pretty boring match. This segment is not fucking good, people. You get Adam Rose coming out with Vicky Guerrero. Ooh, Vicky Guerrero. What the fuck is this? Why is she coming out? I mean, is this what they're trying to do to get Adam Rose over? Do a segment with Vicky Guerrero? So she comes out, and Adam Rose is asking her something like that, like, "Are you a lemon?" And Vicky's like, "I'm not a lemon. I'm not a lemon." Like, I don't know what the fuck that even means though. Can somebody please tell me in the comments or on Twitter what that means? Is that some kind of word that means something? I mean, I hear all these new words all the time, like YOLO and ratchet. I gotta look them up in the dictionary or like online to see what they mean. Is this some kind of word that means something special? I don't fucking know what it means. Oh, I'm not a lemon. Yeah, I'm not a lemon. I'm not a fucking lemon. I'm a fucking human being. Of course she's not a lemon. It's fucking obvious she's not a lemon. But I'm also not a rosebud either. I mean, I don't even fucking know, you know, how is that fucking, I'm not a fucking rosebud. Again, I'm a fucking human. I mean, and I'm not a rosebud because I don't like Adam fucking Rose. So then, you know, like a fucking weirdo, Adam Rose takes his sucker out of his mouth and starts poking at Guerrero. And instead of moving over and getting the fuck out of there like I would, Vicky Guerrero stays on the ring apron and just goes like that to get out of the way. Why don't you just walk away? I mean, again, thinking, logic. But instead she falls backwards, and then they start carrying her around the ring and playing Adam Rose's theme. And I did not like it. You know, it was sort of funny though how she was like yelling and everything, but it wasn't that funny. I mean, this was just a retarded segment. Retarded fucking segment here. Adam Rose fucking and his gang of weirdos, pedophiles, whatever you want to fucking call them. You know, I mean, seriously, they're dressing up in weird ass costumes, thinking, I mean, it's not Halloween, alright? I mean, come on, what do they think it's October 31st? It's not fucking Halloween. You got a bunny, you got weirdos dressing up as like Superman or something, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Retarded bullshit. You know, something that a fucking 5-year-old might do, dress up as somebody, but not something a 40-year-old adult would do. I mean, just retarded. Then we get the Wyatts and the Usos, and it ends in DQ. Pretty enjoyable match here, pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Had a problem with the ending though. I mean, the ending was, you know, with Bray Wyatt just pushing the Uso off the top rope. That was your ending. Oh, then of course Cena's gotta get his spotlight in. Gotta get his spot in, hitting the attitude adjustment on one of the Wyatt. I don't remember what Wyatt. I think it was Harper. I want to say. I don't know. It was Rowan. I want to say. But I don't fucking remember which one. But yeah, of course Cena's just gotta get his spot in, just like he did on Raw. Get his AA in. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's retarded. Very fucking retarded. You know, Cena just has to get in his attitude adjustment, his retarded ass finisher. And that's the ending of the show. Then Bray Wyatt gets up on the ring, then backs down, makes him look weak. I mean, what happened to the people who actually want to fucking fight? Now they're just gonna make him look like a fucking pussy. And you got, and they also had the backstage segment with Cena too, with the Usos. I think they were singing again. Just acting like total fucking kids. You know, not even kids. They weren't really acting like kids. I don't see kids even acting like Cena or the Usos like they were backstage. Kids act more mature than Cena and the Usos were backstage. I mean, I don't think kids like sing together like gay songs like that. I mean, I didn't. Maybe some kids do, but I didn't as a kid. I didn't sing as like a 9-year-old kid. I wasn't going around singing gay ass songs with my friends. But the match was good. I'll give it that. It was a good match. But what happened after, like the ending, was bad. Alright. But overall, I mean, this show was a good show. You had some nice matches. And yeah, it was a good show, yeah. So I mean, you did have some bad matches, but that's expected, and that's gonna happen on wrestling shows, especially nowadays. But overall, yeah, good show. Can't complain too much. So yeah, good show. So there you go, people.